Hello, friends. Someone is out there in the world could just confirm that I'm live because yesterday I was streaming for about an hour and a half and nobody saw it because apparently it didn't go live. Oh, hello there, Ben. Yeah, yesterday I painted the entirety of this yesterday. Well, not the entirety, but I painted this yesterday, and it didn't even come up. Didn't even register on the internet. So great. That was great. I'm glad I invested all of my time yesterday into doing that so that no one could watch. It's like going to the gym. Does it even count if you don't tell your friends about it? I didn't go to the gym today either, actually. No, it's a bit naff, but we're getting there. We'll figure it out. It's a multiple pieces of stuff coming. I also did this too, actually. I've actually been chopping away, but doesn't matter. No one saw it, so it doesn't count. All right, it does count for me though. We're gonna start. We're gonna start painting some stuff. It's gonna be great. And if we're really lucky, maybe later Bucks will join us. But I don't think he thinks we're friends anymore. It's no secret projects, mate. I've been just doing it. Just haven't been doing it on the socials. In my mind away. Party on, party till September. Party on, September. Yes, so I've been chipping away, painting. I did set. I talked about so much stuff yesterday. I talked about so much stuff. I was streaming for nearly 2 hours yesterday morning, and I was just sitting there talking to myself, and I was thinking, "Fuck, am I like, have I lost the touch? Have I lost the magic touch? No one's interested." And I was sitting there. I was talking about Loki. I was talking about uh, whatever else I was doing. I talked about my week. And yeah, no one replied, and I was just like, well, this has got to be the longest time I've ever gone a stream without anyone commenting. So I'm gonna trundle off, and then I got real sad, and then I slapped myself around because it doesn't actually matter if people watch or not. And yeah, and I got on with my day, and then I later found out that it didn't actually go live for some reason, which I have not been able to ascertain why, but it looks as though this one's working. Mate, life's been really challenging actually, Ben. Thank you for asking, and thank you for engaging. Yeah, I've had some big news at work. I've been at my particular job for 20 years now, and yeah, just found out that the future is uncertain. Um, we've basically been told that our business is being sold, or our business is going to be moving to a different business model that will not include my job. We don't know which one yet. But one of those two outcomes results in me not having a job, the job that I've had for 20 years, or with the company I've worked for 20 years. I've only been in this job for about 7 years, 8 years, something like that. And yeah, so I find myself and have been for the last, it's been 7 weeks um, since we found out that news that we wouldn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know. We still don't have an outcome in terms of what's actually going to happen for us. But yeah, my professional career is about to be turned upside down. It's maybe okay if it pans out that I'm out there in the world again looking for a job and starting again. There are people in my life who would say that's a good thing. I would not be one of those people. But there are people in my life who think I've just could be doing more. Isn't that right, Wal? My mum, she's disappointed. Could have been a doctor, Trenny boy. That's what she says. Don't want to be a doctor, Walt. Just want to paint my toy soldiers in peace. Nope. So that's been taking up a lot of bandwidth, and then of course in the position that I'm in my role, I have a team of about 45, 50 people answering to me, and every one of those people is feeling the same level of concern and anxiety, but perhaps they're not managing it as well as I am. So I've had to be positive and energetic and bringing them some comfort over the uncertainty of the future. And here's a wonderful piece of wisdom that I shared with them. And I'm very wise sometimes. I said, friends, we've never known what the future holds. If you had told me 3 years ago that we'd all be living in our houses for a year, I think people would have laughed at you and said you're an idiot. And yet we found ourselves doing exactly that for a long period of time. So the future is always unwritten. What matters is now and what we do and the way that we conduct ourselves, the impact that we have on the future is up to us. It can be positive, it can be negative, but we're the ones that are responsible for it. So that's what I've been focusing on for the last few weeks is ensuring that the mindset with which I take into each day is one that is adding value to the people around me and trying to be a positive impact on the future. And I feel like we've done that. I've done that. It's still uncertain times. Still don't know what's going to happen. But we're hopeful. So this is a little wolf for my little diorama. He's just a little guy. He's not really special. It is, mate. It is just do my best. So that's all I'm doing. I'm choosing to be positive, proactive. And who knows, maybe I'll be moving into a full-time professional miniature painting capacity at some point soon. What a dream, what a delight that would be. Probably have to do a slightly better job of streaming if that's the case, wouldn't I? No, I've been pretty consistent with my Sunday streams, but Monday one's been challenging. Mondays tend to be pretty full on for me with meetings and what have you at work, and so the last 6 weeks has been, that's been taking up the majority of my focus, unfortunately. Let's get home and I'm just like, yep, that'll do me for the day. I am not talking to anyone else. I've had enough. But anyway, we're getting close to Crimson Dragon. But now, look, mate, I appreciate that. As you know, I'm not really one for talking or spending time with people or anything really, but the gesture is appreciated. But I'll probably keep plodding along in my own way, mate. You can go your own way. Go your own way. So throughout those 6 or so weeks, I kept my brain focused on other things. One of the disadvantages I find with painting is my mind is free to wander. And when my mind is free to wander, I'll either fixate on things that I'm excited about, or fixate on things that I am not excited about. So with the, hello there Yab, with the significant amount of stuff happening at work and the pressure that was putting on me, painting would be a time when I would sit down and I would just think about stuff. And so it never felt like the right thing or the thing that I wanted to be doing, spending my time just sitting there thinking about stuff that I'd spent all day. So a much better, or a use of my time that did not force me to focus on that was playing games. And so you probably saw a lot of Kingdom Death content from me, which I've been known to do in the past, just drop off and get excited about playing games. Drop off the world of painting. But I think it's very important, and I shared this in the wonderful Dirty Paint Water in today. This is my hobby. This is what I do for fun. I'm not going to do it if it's not fun. And it is invariably a wonderful time. So I probably second guess myself sometimes when I should really just go, you know what, I'm just going to go fucking paint some models. That'll make me feel better. Ain't much I'm asking, well, you know the truth. Yes, very wise, Benny. It is a balancing thing. I've also had a lot of stuff happening, with the organisation of stuff, Crimson, classes that are coming up. It takes time, all takes time, so just got to put your focus into those things, and then sometimes other things have to go. Hello there, Tim. It is Party Monday, mate, yes. So I'm wearing a festive shirt. Ben's here. Trying to get everyone pumped up. Trying to inspire the big man. He got me excited today. He's like, Deno, I can't wait. See you tonight, mate. It was very kind of him. I feel like, thanks, Teal's Cup. No, that's a fucking long time. Hype train coming. It's Party Monday, but that's an extremely aggressive hype train, I've got to tell you. Not not sure how I'm handling a hype train. Let's get excited. The party's started. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. Oh dear. Well, it's Monty Sansevino this weekend, friends. Looks like it's going to be an amazing event, as it always is. The premier miniature wargaming event, miniature display painting event, I should say, miniature wargaming. Many claims with that title, but I don't know if you are aware of this, but Miniac is heading over to Monty this year. What an amazing experience. I very much hope that he's going to record some stuff. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just going over there to hang out and check out the show. He's going to have an amazing time. Jared El Jaredo, the Italian. The J Train. Woo-hoo. Jared. No, he's a wonderful man. Looking forward to seeing how he goes at Monty. I'm looking now that he's actually where he belongs. Exactly. What would be a crazy trip to not go and film some stuff. I filmed some stuff. It was great. But I'm obviously not a professional YouTuber like Miniac. So, it would be cool to see. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I do feel like I've lost a little bit of magic with the brushes. Just feel like I'm feeling my way back in and not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just painting stuff that I like. Hello there, Minimancer, you great man. Yeah, I was sitting there painting things yesterday, just going, I've lost it. I don't know what I'm doing. And then no one was talking to me, so... Minimancer, a funny thing happened yesterday. I feel like you'll appreciate this. So I sat down yesterday to do my normal Sunday morning stream. It's usually about 7 a.m. I get on. Nice way to start my morning. Sit down, paint some models, have a chat. It's all great. And I was sitting down. I started streaming. I started chatting away, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a bit quiet today. And I thought, yeah, Minimancer will turn up. He's a rock solid for a Saturday evening for him. He's always on. Just giving me the pep talk, saying, Deno, it's great to see you. Love hearing from you, pal. Look at what you're doing. You're great. So I kept sitting there waiting. 45 minutes in. And I was like, no fucker's talking to me today. Like, what is going on? Have I become yesterday's news? Kept streaming. Hour and a half. Got to an hour and a half and I was like, well, this is easily the longest time I've streamed and nobody said anything. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. You're all great people. Big Deno, out. And I left. It's like, well, that's fine. It's my fault. I haven't streamed enough. People forgotten I exist. Well, guess what? I didn't press stream. Well, I did press stream, but it didn't work. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, fuck, I'm boring today. Fuck, I'm boring. Why am I so boring? And there it is. That's what happened. Oh, Natalia. Oh my god, that is gold. Oh, I gotta show that, Benny. You can't show me that and then not give it to us. This is one of Benny's all timers. I've got to tell you. Oh shit! All right. That's too good. That's too good. Oh fuck! Oh, I needed that laugh. That's good times. That is good times. Oh, good stuff. Wow, wow. All right, you got to share it with Minimancer. You got someone's got to see that. That is that is outstanding. Oh god. Oh goodness me. Oh, if it's not Andrew Buckley, the man, the myth, the legend, he is still alive. Thought you died, mate. Haven't heard from you. Thought we were friends. Never reaching out. Just a criminal. Ah, he's a good-looking rooster, isn't he?
Zoom me out, mate. Zoom me out. Jesus, what are you doing to me here? You're ruining all my angles. Amateur hour around here. Get him? We're just a pair of Kens right now. I'm just dead. Oh, won't you just join me, friends? Andy and Dano back again.
Did you like the Barbie movie?
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it.
Great. How good was it?
I unironically
I don't know
absolutely
whether
loved it.
I don't know whether I loved it because it pointed out to me that I'm unironically an actual Ken.
I just loved it. It was good. Oh, well, Bucks, it's lovely to see you, mate. I was just
Mate, I'm on annual leave, so you've got annual leave bucks, so be prepared.
I was just pouring my heart out to Benny before about how challenging my work life is, and you're here now and feel like you don't care.
Mate, I have been here. I have been a shoulder for you to cry on this entire time. If you don't choose it, I can't will it, my friend.
Look, there's a saying, mate. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Right?
Teach a man to fish.
Yeah. Well, you can lead a Dano to friendship, but you can't make him participate. That's just, unfortunately, all I got for you.
Well, do you know what I've got for you?
What do you got
does
for me?
this look like right here? Tell me, what does this look
Is
like?
that a glass of milk? Are you having a glass of milk?
This is a very famous drink. This is a very, very famous drink in the realms.
Is it a White Russian?
This is called the Salty Seaman. It's called the Salty Seaman.
Dan Cunningham, you fucking mad dog. I played that guy in War Machine and absolutely smoked him just about every occasion I played him. He's a trash player, but a lovely man. Hello, Dan. What is it called, Bucks? What is the drink called?
It's called the Salty Seaman, my friend.
Salty Seaman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
It's a delightful drop, my friend. I think you'd enjoy it.
I would enjoy it. You're right.
What a drink name! Do you want to? I'm going to tell you a great story about this drink name.
All right.
So there's some marked few who travel the dusty parts of our country, the deep red, and they're members of the Salty Seaman clan. It's a famous drink we invented one night on the Terps because we drank the whole of the Catho Club in Campbelltown. And if you know Campbelltown, if you know Australia, you know Campbelltown. That is a staunch effort from the boys and girls. While we're in Campbelltown, you don't need to know because it's an absolute dive. But actually, it's getting gentrified right now. Don't know.
Is it Campbelltown?
They're actually changing the name of Seatown.
What are they changing it to?
Seatown are having the name change. Aids is no longer going to be called Aids because they're like, oh, we've got to do something. Let's start with a name change. Anyway, long story short, we drank the place absolutely dry, and as such, we had to lean on desperate times, and so we started to to mix drinks, and we came up with the salty seaman, which is a delightful drop of Frangelico with milk and ice, and it just hits the spot. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I've
Well,
drank about 6 of these in the last hour. So,
so we're on
have a
for a
good time.
loose party Monday, in other words.
Well, if we're here to party, let's party. Buxy's on annual leave. It's been literally the last time I took a week of annual leave to have nothing on. Right,
Yeah.
was my wedding. So, and that
Well,
was
that's not really nothing on. Let me ask you a question, right? I'm very big. I'm very big on annual leave, right? I like to. I very rarely save mine up much, but I I like to take leave and have nothing planned. I just like to have
you love it, eh?
2 weeks of blissful whatever the fuck I want, whatever I want.
I think if you know Deno well, friends, he says nothing at all. Nothing at all. Like he's just gonna just wander his way through the 3 weeks and whatever comes upon him, he's going to. But dude's 100% got at least 2 months worth of Kingdom Death games planned. He's going to be on his phone playing that other game that he always plays.
Marvel
He's
Snap.
Pick up a new hobby and paint 100 miniatures for a new game.
Through the ages, yep. No, that's all fair. But it's because I've got that freedom, mate. It's like I get to spend my time doing what I want instead of what the man pays me for.
Ben, you want proof? I've got pants on. I'll give you proof. Look at this, mate. Look at this. This is a pure linen getup.
You're a sophisticated
It's 30
man.
degrees. It's 30 degrees right now. It's 30 degrees. Look at this. Breathable. It's breathable. Okay. It's important to have these things in Victoria.
Now, oh, thanks, Yon. Can I ask? Can I ask
Yes,
a question?
my friend,
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video that Ben just sent me?
Which one is it? Is it our friend? Is it one of our friends?
It is one. It's one of our friends in a moment that should have been a glorious triumph for him, and instead he's made an absolute mare of it.
Well, look, I was there in the process of concept on that video, and I did see it. I believe in its final form last night.
That is tremendous.
It's what you get, really. I mean, did Ben fill you in on the backstory on why that exists?
No, but he hasn't. He doesn't want to reveal it now. He wants to save it.
Yeah, we'll save it, but I will just say that the backstory, Ben doesn't do anything unless he's provoked.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, and let's just say Jared has been consistently provoking Ben for the last 2 months about something that Ben holds very near and dear to himself. To the point where Jared has called in some high caliber, what do I want to say, collaborators, and Ben just felt the need to clap back.
It's time to clap back with force. Well, I don't know if I've seen a better clap back than that in my life. That was hysterical. So
worse than top picking Star Wars fights. It's actually in the Star Wars realm, mini man, son. So yeah, you make of that what you will. Very good.
What have you been painting, Bucks? What have you been up and what have you been?
What have I been painting? I've been a bit tragic on the painting front. I've really just been painting Star Wars stuff for 2 months.
Shatterpoint.
Just Shatterpoint, and then I just started painting some remnants for Legion, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But I've been working steadily on our house now for a couple of months. We've been going through a big transition, so we've been updating everything in our home.
Beautiful. Let me just respond to Dan Cunningham.
Sure.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Dan, CanCon every year, which is in January, which has the painting event that I run. We also have a good get together that weekend. So Leaps is staying with me. Az is coming over from Perth. We're all staying in a big house together. Most, hey,
Leaps 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, he's a rock solid human. So he's coming over. They're playing Marvel Crisis Protocol. Is there? G'day Froths. They're playing Marvel Crisis Protocol at the moment. It's their jam. I've dabbled a little bit, played some games, painted some models. So, but yeah, still sort of chat. We're in a chat group. We're usually posting some funny stuff to each other on occasion. So, good humans. Still speak to them regularly. it's an interesting thing having friendships with people that are mostly based on a shared common interest. My friendship with those guys is heavily weighted around War Machine and then Guild Ball. We've managed to stoke the fires and continue being enthusiastic about board games, but we don't have as much in common these days, so we don't tend to talk. I do know that Leaps just got back from a beautiful trip in Europe where he proposed to his girlfriend at the Trevi Fountain. Got a lovely photo of him proposing to his girlfriend at the Trevi Fountain, which is great.
Sent you a photo, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah, it's wonderful. Az has recently taken on a new job, so he's having a good time. But yeah, no, it's good times, mate. So sometimes I think when you have those experiences overseas and travel with people, that friendship stays for a long, long time. So even if we don't speak as regularly, as soon as CanCon rolls around, pick up Leaps from the airport, and it's just like old times, absolutely sledging the shit out of each other. So
this CanCon for MCP is their world's qualifier, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It should be good. There's quite a few people signed up, I heard. Should be fun.
Nice.
Yes. So the old Star Wars Shatterpoint. Have you played much, or are you still just sort of dabbling with the painting, mate?
Nah, I'm just painting. Other interests have popped up for me in the last few months. I went through a big. So you obviously know me well enough to know that I am also a bit of a collectibles guy. So I've been re-engaging with my Star Wars side on that front. Added a lot to the collection over the last few months and redid the room, and then I also started messing around with the One Piece TCG as well. So lots of different interests is going on with Buxy at the moment.
I keep seeing One Piece, right? It's on Netflix or something.
Yeah, great show.
Is it not like an anime that's got like 8 million episodes or something?
Yeah, 1,100.
1,100. How long's an episode?
20. Normal.
So
just all normal times.
22,000 hours.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Is that right, or have I got shit maths there?
No, that's probably a bit cooked, isn't it? No, maybe you're right.
1,100 episodes, 20 minutes. Yeah, 22,000. How many fucking days of television watching is that? If someone...
Well, you cut the chaff.
Hang on. I've got to double check it. 1100 times 20. 22,000. I was right. 22,000 divided by, let's say, 24 hours. That's 916 days. So if I was to watch One Piece non-stop from now until the end of time, no, for now until 3 years and had zero sleep, I would get through it in 3 years' time. I'll get right on that, champion.
But you're a man of the future, right? So you just up the shit, get a watch list like every other normal human being in this modern age, and you just watch the good stuff. If you can be bothered even doing that. I mean,
ain't nobody got time for that.
I can't even be bothered doing that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm gonna be the first man to know who's like, I'll play the card game, never watch the anime. I'm watching it. Played at 2 times speed, very good. I think there's also Timbo. There's some edited versions that just cut everything unnecessary, pile it all together, cut intros, outros, all that sort of stuff. So I'll tell you one thing: the live action's fantastic.
It's pretty cool. There's a show that's been going for that long. I'm never going to watch it, but cool.
Yeah, you're not an animations guy.
No.
I think you'd probably enjoy the live action though.
Yeah, I might give the live action a crack.
Do you like Pirates? I think you like Pirates.
I like Pirates, yeah. Pirates is one of my favourite board game themes to play. I love pirate games.
Is it one of your favourite TV shows as well? Movies?
Yeah, Stagnetti's Revenge, mate. Get amongst it.
Very good. Good old stag man. Didn't have balls for days. Yeah, the biggest nuts I've ever seen. Those things were knocking off his knees.
Good times. Good times.
We're back. Also, I'm at 101k, so you owe me a miniature, so I'll take this one.
Alright, you can have this one.
Yeah.
No, I'm feeling alright about this. I don't know. I'm it's looking okay. There's things that I'm still just sort of thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Like, how is this? How am I painting?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. Because if it wasn't like that, you'd be like, well, this is all just the same, and there's zero challenge in this. So.
Well, look, as you know, man, I've been very heavily into Kingdom Death, and I explained it before. I'll explain it to you now because I think it's a really a good one, a good thing to understand. So I have when I'm painting, right, I very rarely am actively thinking about my painting. I'm usually just like doopy-doo, just in a flow state. My mind's free to wander, and when my mind's free to wander, it'll inevitably fixate on, the things that I'm thinking about right now. And usually that's like, I'm really excited about XYZ thing, Marvel movies or latest TV show or book, whatever it may be. But as you know, recently my job has turned into a bit of an unknown quantity in terms of what will happen in the future.
Turbulent times.
Turbulent times indeed. And so my time that would normally be, I'm just going to sit down and paint models, turns into, well, I'm not thinking about anything, so the only thing I'm going to think about is my work, which is not what I want to be doing. So by putting my time and focus and energy and effort into playing games of Kingdom Death, I'm actively thinking about other things, which means I'm not focused on work. So I found when I look back on times when I've been concerned or worried about things, usually I'm not painting, usually I'm playing games or doing something that keeps my mind focused. So...
yeah, nice.
But I'm still frothing Kingdom Death, mate.
Creatures of habit, right?
Oh, yeah.
If something works, we don't change it. Yeah.
I'm very much enthusiastic about Kingdom Death. I don't know if you're across the Kickstarter and the situation. I think I talked about it a little bit, but yeah, there's the Gambler's Chest, which is a big expansion that everyone's been waiting for 7 years. Finally released.
I have heard something about the Gambler's Chest once or twice.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Well, the Black Friday sale is in just under 3 weeks, and in that sale they're going to be selling all of the new content that was pitched around the same time as the Gambler's Chest. There's 15 new expansions, so get excited.
Okay.
So Big Dano's going heavy. While I've got cash, it's important that I spend it. Good logical thought processes, I think.
I am fully subscribed at this current time to spending every little dollar I can get my hands on at the moment. It's been a wild ride, 2023.
Hasn't it, what?
Are you going to be at my place in April? Yeah.
If you'll have me, I absolutely will be there.
Yeah. Are you flying solo or are you bringing a friend?
Haha. I'll see if she is around. I hope she'll be around. So we'll extend the invitation to her. I'm sure she'd love to. We'd probably catch her sister lives down there, so we might try and catch some sister time as well.
Nice.
But yeah, that sounds good. What's the plan?
Oh, just, be merry, have a great time.
I'm on board.
Can you buy it straight up? That's a good question, Ben. For Australians wanting to buy Kingdom Death, it's never the easiest of things.
Well, Black Friday is the best time to buy anything Kingdom Death related. The actual core game usually goes on sale on Black Friday, so you can pick it up $420 retail. You can pick it up for the low price of usually $350, sometimes less, sometimes more, which is a good time. The Gambler's Chest probably won't be on sale. They probably won't sell it for a discounted rate, but you'll definitely be able to buy it. And there's a lot of other expansions. Kingdom Death had a reputation for a long time of being very difficult to purchase. That is no longer the case at this point in time, I should say.
That's really good. I mean, that's probably the strongest criticism of the brand, right? Is that it's just been hard. People want it, they just can't get their hands on it.
Yeah.
So if they can so they can get their hands on it. That's fantastic.
So yes, now Black Friday would be a very good time to be like, yep, I'd like to try this bad boy out. So unless Penny was talking about this miniature that I'm painting, he wants to buy it out from under your nose.
Tell you what, mate, it's hot down here right now. Well, it started to be hot. It's probably hotter at your end.
Actually, it's been raining the last couple of days,
Oh, really?
so it's been pretty
It's like
pretty cool.
30 every day at the moment.
Yeah. Melbourne Cup tomorrow for you guys.
It is.
So that means you got a cheeky little 4 days annual leave for a 5-day week. It's well
No,
played.
my friend, I've got 10 days off.
Oh, perfection.
I'm on actual annual leave for the first time, literally, right? The only annual leave I've taken in the last 2 years, since nearly 18, 19 months, which is a robust exaggeration to 2 years, but we'll take it. Never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn, as one famous Australian once said. The only leave I've taken is for us to do shows. That's it. And you as well as I know that they are not annual leave.
Nope, they are not.
They are far from it. So,
are you excited?
It's 34 there, Mini Man, son. Yeah, nice, mate. Do you like the heat, or are you
No, it's
opposed to it?
34 Fahrenheit, mate. That means it's fucking cold.
Well.
Are you excited about Crimson? Excited about Crimson?
Am I excited about Crimson? Mate, Crimson's it's a wild experience, Crimson Rush. I am excited to see my friends. I'm excited to bring an awesome event to our populace. I'm excited to grow our young and up and coming scene. Young and up and coming.
But it is a weekend of work for us, hey? Like, it genuinely is a weekend of work.
Yeah. You know, like it's like 14 days, and if you don't drink water, you pass out. Like type energy, right? Like I think I learned that last year. I think we did a full day of streams, and then I was all good, and then we went out that night of, and then came back the next day and did another 4 hours of streams, and I was like, I probably should take care of myself a little bit better. Otherwise, I'm going to just hit the ground.
I do hit the ground. I usually stay up till 2 a.m. in the morning playing board games, and then I just raw dog it, white knuckle it. But yeah, you feel it for the next week.
Yeah. Whereas you're quite smart, and you usually take 4 weeks off at that time of year, right?
I do. Yes, I have. So I think I have 2 weeks off afterwards. So.
I do not, and I'm back at work the day after I get home. So.
Although
I won't be probably doing that this year, because that was just a bit too much.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the event this year. I feel really good about it. A few things we've put into play, and yeah.
I mean, we will talk about what the measure of our success is, but I think we're probably on the same page when we go away and talk about it. But what I'm actually most excited about, in all honesty, is the standard category. I'm absolutely pumped for it. I have had many chats with people who are going to be at CanCon, and they're like, maybe I'll come up and see you up there. I'm like, well, do one better. Why don't you come and enter? They're like, I couldn't, man. You guys are all entering. Like, what's the point? Well, let's change the way you're thinking about that. We've introduced a standard category, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive for that. So we can probably already give ourselves a little bit of a pat on the back for that, because if that's the case, then
the proof will be in the pudding. I think now is the right time for it, but yeah. I mean, we may find ourselves with 20 entries in the standard category, and we'll be like, well, was there value in that? Or we may find ourselves with 500 and be like, well, we are in some real fucking trouble here. I don't know.
Either way, what we will do is absorb it, learn from it, and move forward.
Oh, look, you're a man after my own heart, mate. It's always up, always forwards, moving forwards. I love it. Well done.
Even when backwards, our eyes are forwards.
Whew. You're dropping some bombs tonight.
That just came out of nowhere. Let's pour. I'll be back. I'm going to pour one of these up. Get the pen and paper out. We're writing a quotes book tonight.
Quotes book.
Big
Dano and Buck Systems. I've got a book that I've been writing for a few years now. It's called Shit My Mum Says. And
Yeah.
you've never met my mum. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She's very intelligent too. Like she's extremely intelligent woman. And some of the shit that she says is just the dumbest stuff you'll ever hear. Like she's got the same sort of maths head as like maths brain and numbers brain. She's just like she calculates numbers quickly. She's fucking super smart. And then every now and then she'll be like, oh. So this is a cricket joke. I don't know if you'll get this. You
I
will.
know cricket well
You
enough.
will. There's a player by the name of Ben Cutting. He used to play for the Brisbane Heat, and I think he might have played a game or two for Australia. Anyway, he's a bowler, and he bowled a guy out, and so the wicket comes up on the screen. It says B, Cutting,
Yeah.
C, so and so,
Yeah.
and my mum goes, "Oh wow, it's great that they're telling you what type of shot they get out on now, isn't it?"
That's pretty funny.
It is. It is very funny.
If you know cricket.
If you know cricket, right? But she didn't actually understand that that was the guy's name. It was just and she just comes up with stuff like that all the time. So, shit, my mum says, coming to good retailers near you in the next 20 years when she dies.
Scanning's got your name written all over it, Timbo. Get in there, mate. Get in there. Masters is just going to be an absolute bloodfest, I believe. It's just going to be 40 minutes of three judges abusing people.
Or ruffle stomping.
Yeah. But this is the path we must take.
I'm interested to see how the reception is to Masters standard and our approach to judging and our approach to separating those categories and just that whole thing. I'm interested to see how it will pan out.
Benny's coming for Seb. Oh, I like it. Seb brings an X factor that you've just got to find your own gear to compete on, because the ability to sculpt your own work and paint it is a strong advantage. But you know he's pulled that card once before and won a best in show, so you know like it's only good for one showstopper. The next, you know, like that's been and gone. So that's what I think anyway. What do you think, Trey?
I disagree completely. He's going to drop the fucking floor on all of you fuckers.
He might well, but you won't be like, wow, this guy sculpted his own and painted his own. You already know he's going to sculpt his own. So like that shock factor to that is there.
Don't agree with you, mate. Don't agree with you.
No?
I think the shock factor is not, oh wow, he sculpted his own thing. The shock factor is, oh wow, he sculpted this thing, which is fucking crazy. Like,
Sure. None of it is what I'm saying here takes away from Seven anyway. But you see what you did there. You already expect it, right? You already expect that Seb's gonna do his own thing. Whereas when he appeared 2 minutes to midnight, dropped Persephone, you were like, my lord. And Dave just fell over. Came over, Dave.
It was a very good thing to observe.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying.
I do. No, I'm really enthusiastic for the event this year. As always, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of my life that I contribute to it, and I want to make it the best I can. But it's also a weekend that I want to capitalise and spend time with people that I don't see very often, yourself included, Andrew. You know, be nice to see you, but
you know where I am, my friend. I'll be sitting next to you in the Crimson Brush, in the stream pit, talking absolute shite.
Well, I hopefully will continue to be as amusing and just drop pearls of wisdom through the stream.
Yeah. We've got some stream changes, right? We've got some plans for changing up the stream a little bit. I think Ben and I would like to get out and do some roaming Benny, some roaming Bucko. Just have a chat to all our friends that are there.
Bit of roaming bucks. Love it.
A bit of roaming bucks, yeah. Yeah, get out there. we focused on some of our more experienced painters last year. I think this year we're going to get around and talk to some of our first time entrants and maybe second time entrants. Uh, get a bit of perspective from them on what the Crimson Brush means to them. Looking forward to that because they will eventually be the people that take it all over once we're absolute washed has-beens. So may as well start now. Then.
Well, I'm already a washed has-been, so...
Well, you said it. You said it. I already called you out for being washed in the chat last night. So
You
absolute solid bands, mate. You let me in. I was cooking last night. You let me in. I know that I had you when you said I'm gonna bash you. I was like, oh, he's in tears. He's laughing.
I was laughing very hard. It was a strong return of serve from the big bucks, though. Very strong.
Ben and Bucks on the beat. Yeah, the triple B. Love it.
Ah.
So you're enjoying painting again, my friend? Engaging in it creatively rather than, for purpose, which often is the way when we're prepping for tabletop.
I'm not sure. Like I'm having fun. Like I'm doing cool things. I'm like, this is fun. This is nice. My head is still in. I really want to. So in a little while, I'm going to take you through some of the models from the new Kingdom Death expansions that are coming out. All I can think about is I want to paint these models that are still to come. They're still ages away, but they are just wild. Like there's nothing quite like painting Kingdom Death monsters, mate. They're fucking very unusual.
I mean, they're just schlongs, right?
Well, it's Schlong City, yeah.
Unique schlongs with usually like pretty stoic rigs attached to them.
I'll go load up a couple now, but
well, while you go load a couple, I'm going to go load a few salty Siemens.
Yes, salty Siemens India. Oh, good times. Alright. Jeebus, what is happening here? That is way too big. How do I scan? There we go. Fuck. Absolute beast. Just while you're waiting for, here's something you can all have a look at. Oh, it's Camelot. I want to push the Camelot. Go away. Yes. Enjoy Camelot. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Can I just tell you something?
Yes.
So, you obviously know my beautiful wife. Can you still hear me?
I can, yes. Yes.
You know my beautiful wife, and for those playing at home, my beautiful wife is a bit of a BTGG, which is Big Titty Golf Girl. And I walk past the bedroom, and she's sitting in there, scantily clad, with very little clothing on, pounding a plate of brisket. Just going ham on a plate of brisket.
That's a good woman right there.
Well, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to take the drink up. Hell yeah, get it. That's right. Get that brisket.
Good times. Well, no, look, I don't know what to say.
The dream. It's literally the dream.
That's the dream.
Nice.
That is the dream.
The dream, my friend.
That is the dream. Alright, here we go. I'm going to show you some cool Kingdom Death shit. You can get excited about it.
I saw Camelot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Camelot's good. How cool is it that Camelot's on display in the house?
It is. How cool is it that the house was on display in a YouTube video?
Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, so here we go. So this is the first
What have
one.
we got here? The inverted mountain expansion. This
Yeah,
guy is creepy looking. Nice
yeah,
colours, though.
yeah.
Hey, look, can we just go back and look at that piece of art?
You'll see it.
That's a
You'll
nice
see it.
piece
It's
of art.
coming. So this is the first one. This guy's called the Screaming God. Have a go. Have a gander at this. See you, Benny. Look at that. He's got hands open in his mouth. He's just got faces dangling everywhere. There's lanterns.
Not an aesthetic. I think about at night is the whole, like, it's quite a horror trope. The whole, like, hand opening a mouth and then a head poking through it.
Yeah.
Isn't it based off? It's based off like a Scandinavian demigod. Is
Yeah.
memory?
I got no idea, but it's wild time. So that's the first one.
Deity is probably a better.
Deity.
But
Yeah.
I mean, pretty cool.
This one's called the Frog Dog. It's a frog.
Dog.
Yeah. It's a frog and a dog combined, and then
And it's got dudes with fannies for mouths.
yeah. Weird guy. Yep. So there's 15 expansions. This one's great. This one's called the Oblivion Mosquito.
Yeah.
Look, have a gander at this piece of artwork. Look at this.
That's a very nice. No, can we just go back up?
Oh yeah, this model. Yeah, that's the Mad and Mighty Striker. Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
the gambler's
that's a nice
chests.
That's a very nice model. That one.
So this is just outrageous. They have posted.
Yeah, and then a dude with a pun pun.
Yeah, they have posted pictures of this, like of the model. It's nuts. This one.
What is this guy like? What do you? How do you fight this creature? How does that creature fight?
I don't know. Look at this guy. This guy's called the Pariah. What is he? He's got weird. Look at his face.
He's cool looking.
It's unreal. And so this guy's whole theme is that his toes are so strong that he hangs upside down on the inverted mountain from his feet, while the survivors are dangling upside down to try and fight him. So all the survivors are upside down.
So he's like Chad of this area.
Yeah, he's just the main boss man.
Is this where that
the one that
lady
Serial
friend-
did?
Yeah,
exactly.
That last year.
Yeah.
Is that comp still going ahead? We're still judging that.
We are, yeah. We're just waiting for the dates when it's going to happen. It's happening.
Nice.
This one is
Maybe we'll
called
have a few salty seamans before. We
yeah, salty semen or two. This is the Griffin. He's got a little survivor on his head there. It's nuts. This one. There's some Super Saiyan survivors there.
So talk to me, right?
Yeah.
What happens when you really survive for a long time? Like, do you rise to power?
Oh, yeah.
Can you bend these minions to your will? Can you
So-
control them? Or do
so-
the bosses always just wanna?
The whole premise of Kingdom Death is that you don't actually know what is actually happening, like what the world is about. There's no context. You don't ever find out. You literally wake up in a plane of stone faces, and you have to defend yourself. And then each year,
So what you're telling me is, I'd be dead in 3 minutes.
you would be, yeah.
I'd just be slaughtered.
But everyone gets slaughtered. It's what happens every time. So all of these monsters are either quarry monsters that you go and hunt, which is where you're trying to track down resources to survive, or they're nemesis monsters that come to you and try to fuck you up for no actual reason that is discernible. These chicks are
probably because you've got renown from beating up all those quarry monsters,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. Well, there is reasons why, but I won't tell you why. But yeah,
Okay.
Look at it. It's just the aesthetic, the vibe is just unreal. So these are all these. There's 15 of these expansions that are coming out in get out of this stuff. Yeah, look at this artwork. Great. That's the Mountain Man is his name.
He's wrinkly.
Yeah. He's actually got a face.
He looks like a sack.
I do say the vibe, Darren. I love saying the vibe. Look at him.
The vibe.
How cool's that? Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, it's pretty cool looking. The skinny limbs are cool.
Yeah. So
what's going on with this chap? Oh lord.
yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Anyway, then
He looks like he's going to take you to a basement.
and there's a Silver City expansion. There's the Honeycomb Weaver. Have a go at this bad boy. It's good stuff. And then the Ivory Dragon. Yeah, this is nuts. And then there's more. So
now the game, my friend, that you just played by yourself as well, eh?
yeah, I played 3 versions of the game by myself. Look at this thing.
But you can play with friends as well, right?
It's supposed to be played with friends. I just don't have any. Look at that. What is that?
Well, I think you've got a pretty good idea of what this is.
So all I'm
I
thinking
think you've
about,
seen one of those before, my friend.
I have.
haven't
Look
you?
at that
I'm
bad
sure
boy.
you have.
Look at
Yeah.
that bad boy. That's mad. All I want to do is paint these models. I cannot explain to you. I just want to paint them.
So, I mean, for me, the aesthetic that I find most appealing is the various knights in the game, right? So the gold smoke knight,
Yeah.
the scissor knight,
There's the Gold Smoke Knight pin-up version of the Chicky Babe. How cool is that?
Is that new?
Yep.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'll probably paint that, right? Like the gold smoke knight's got to be. Is the gold smoke knight one of the most iconic Kingdom Death miniatures?
Well, he's the finale monster of the core campaign. He's the main dude, of the core campaign.
Very
So
good.
this is now coming. This is the Black Knight expansion that's now coming. This whole showdown is just unreal. There's this guy. Look at him. He's a beast. Look at this. Anyway, I could talk about it for hours on end. I have been obsessed with this game for a long time, purely because of the models. You know,
Is this your favorite? Is this your favorite?
board game. It would be my favorite board game for sure. Yeah.
Well, that says a lot. That's a pretty big. That's a pretty astounding testimony.
Yeah, we play a lot of games, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do know your problem stuff. Replayability is obviously a huge.
well, it's a roguelite.
Yeah.
It's not a fixed story. Every time you play, it's different.
Yeah.
It's
Very
pr-
nice. Well, I'm glad you're having a really great time. I can't say I'm totally utterly stoked because your love for Kingdom Death has denied your love for me a little bit. So
It has. It's true.
I'm nothing if I'm not an honest man.
Do I need a Helin for this dwarf diorama? That is an interesting question.
That's a great question. Being answer. She's right on scale. She would stand out in front nicely. Actually, to be honest, Lynn would replace the other dwarf better because they're more like the other dwarf is not as characterful as old mate.
Should we put it together? I haven't put it together ever since I painted stuff. Let's have a look. I don't even really know how it's looking.
It's definitely Jaddo, eh?
That's Jaddo, yeah.
Yeah. Your favourite models, Minnie? Yeah, nice. I mean, Black Crow is really responsible for some absolute
Bangers.
standout over
Yeah,
the years.
bangers.
I mean, I still think Cormac to this day, you could probably just put in the top 5 busts of all time.
Lucas Pina.
Yeah, what a collaboration. Speaking of which, a few lovely pieces of artwork have been floating around in the last few months, mate. Have you observed some nice ones?
I have, yeah, I've seen some nice ones.
You know who did really, really well at Freak Wars? Let me go find his account. He won Best in Show. Is it Phoenix Fire? What's his name? Let me go.
So I'm gonna yellow up the wolf a little bit more, so he's a little more yellow tones. Then I'm gonna cool that down and add some more grey tones. Not happy with this helmet; it needs to be greener, but I don't know. I think we're looking okay so far. Bit of snow, bit of water. Back in form. Maybe. I don't know. No room for Glyn.
We don't really worry about form anymore, mate. It's not something to worry about. We just create. Whatever comes out, and that's okay. The more I think about it, the more I think as long as you are enjoying yourself in the process, nothing else matters.
What a wise man you are, Andrew.
Absolutely nothing else matters. Results will come and go, and there will always be someone better. So you may as well just enjoy the time you have with the paintbrush in your hand, and remember that we do this for enjoyment, personal development.
You're a wise man. I've enjoyed taking you under my wing, Andrew. But now, once you were but a learner, now you are the
I am
master.
the master. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me right now?
That is.
No, it's something I've been thinking about a lot. I haven't been creative in the last couple of months in the way that we would normally be as miniature painters. I've not been.
Well,
Make any
let
bucks
me
or
let
anything
me
like that.
just let me just change something. Like, if you recall, you went through a
Yeah,
phase quite similar to what I went through, right?
yeah,
Which is to say, you just went absolutely ham, painting like
hmm
crazy, and trying to establish yourself. And
hmm
you did that. You've done
yeah,
that, and now you've hit that point where you're like, hang on a second, that's actually not what I want. What I
mm,
want is to find value in what I'm doing for myself. And
yeah,
I paint significantly less than I did, but the things that I paint mean a lot more to me now than they did when I was going through that phase. And I feel like you're right on the cusp of doing that, doing things that are actually meaningful for you.
yeah. Look, a little bit of finding Andy, so to speak.
Mm, mm.
Like it's there's incredible artists out there, and the job, if you are one of these incredible artists in our discipline, your job is to be empowering others and showing them, to the extent I believe, like selfishly, you can do whatever you want. It's your time and your hobby, your passion, your art, so you can do whatever you want. But I think if you've gained the skills to be really great, then the true measure of a master is to pass those skills on to others and watch them excel past you, right? Um, and credit to all those people out there that are doing that now. But I think this is for the people that have maybe followed those people and are on the cusp of what they look like as that person. And I think that's where I find myself personally, if I'm being truly honest. But do you think that's fair to say? Like, most of the criticism that I received for my work in the last 12 months, or not even 12 months, probably you know Christmas time last year or whatever, was that you clearly can paint and paint well, but what does your painting look like? Um, I guess that's where I'm still at. You know what I mean? I'm asking myself, what does it look like? What do I want to do? What kind of message do I want to tell? What am I trying to portray with this? So just absolute wank,
Yeah,
really.
full wankitude right there. So if you,
Full wankitude, but
yeah,
that's where it is, and we have a lovely, we share a daughter, our young child Stormson,
yes.
and she says nothing's worth doing if you don't put your full pussy into it. So I've got to go down that path and figure out what I want to get out of art and making it.
Look, I think one of the things I admire most about you and Benny is your ability to be able to get right into that wankitude. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
You guys will get deep in the sauce, and you'll gibber for hours on end about stuff that just, I won't say it goes over my head, but
yeah,
it just doesn't mean as much to me.
yeah. Of course.
I wish I felt about art the way that you guys feel, but I think in
Yeah.
general I don't feel the same way. I'm
Well,
much.
I don't know that it's us feeling it about art. I think it's just that we feel. We're
Mm,
feelers,
yeah.
right? And so
And
that's
I'm
going to
I'm
permeate
numbers,
anything that we do.
and I'm like, let's count some numbers. Let's work out the correct process for X, Y, Z, and proceed.
Hmm. hmm
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I've been asking myself, like, what do I actually want to make? You know what I mean? What do I want to do?
Sounds like you still haven't answered that.
No, no. And probably won't ever really find the answer to that, and that's okay. I mean, that's the noodling around in the garden type stuff that Benny and I love to talk about and love to do. Nah, Timbo. Like, I guess to a degree, I know that I want. I don't. I feel confident. Like, okay. So first off, I'm just going to talk about myself for a bit, and I'm sorry. I don't want to be like one of those people who was self-focused and that's it. So if you get tired of me talking about myself in the chat, just say, "Andy, shut up. Let's move on and let's do that." But yeah, like yeah, I I have a lot of interests. And a lot of diversities as well. And due to both of those things combining, it drags me off in here, there, and everywhere. Um, and so, you know, something that Ben is a strong advocate of, if I can speak for him in this one occasion, is following what makes you happy in the moment. And so that's been a big one for me that that I guess I've been embracing more over the last 3 months. And as such, that's sort of led me away a little bit from display painting as such, like hand to brush sort of display painting. I've still been painting this entire time. I've just been painting, I guess you'd call it like slipping back into a holding pattern, you know, like if we're...
Yeah, just keeping the brush skills. Yeah, just...
If the year's 12 months long, you can't be absolutely clapping cheeks the entire time.
No one's got that stamina, mate, right?
Right, exactly. And no one wants their cheeks clapped for 12 months of a 12-month year.
Well, if your missus keeps throwing down brisket like it's going out of fashion, mate, she might be in trouble.
So I'm not saying much here, right? I'm just, you know, and forgive me, I'm quite a few drinks deep, so this, you know, just hang out with Bucks and Deno at this point. But let's meander through these thoughts. But yeah, as such, I've not really been forcing myself to display paint in order to feel engaged with painting. I've been comfortably and happily just putting paint down on some Shadow Point models. I think I painted 14 or 15 of those. I painted a couple of Star Wars Remnants. The entire time I've been thinking about display painting. I've been watching what's happening in display painting. I've been spending time with others who are display painting, doing a little bit of coaching or a little bit of consulting with their work. I spent a bit of time with Jared in preparation for Scale Model Challenge and Monty Sansevino, a few others. Obviously, been chatting to you recently, Timbo, about some workshop planning for Crimson, and funnily enough, it's quite interesting because you know, if you're doing that right, you're really thinking about it. You know what I mean? You're thinking, how can I add value to this person? How can I challenge them? How can I help develop them? And I think you can probably chime in here, Deno. I've said a lot of words, but I think you probably experienced the same thing roughly about the same time in your painting.
Yeah. There's a moment where you stop painting for yourself. You start, to some extent, you know, you are responsible for giving back to people in the way that you were given time from your people that taught you and helped you along the journey. Like my time now, I spend, you know, just painting stuff that I want to, but there was a period when I was voraciously devouring everything I could for knowledge and, you know, asking questions and constantly chasing down information from people. So now I'm the person that people ask questions of, and so I try to take that responsibility seriously and give those people the same amount of time and respect that I was given by people who I'm sure were very uninterested in talking to me. So, but yeah, look, there's in any journey of mastery, there reaches a point where you need to teach to continue to grow, because teaching forces you to think about the fundamentals again, and forces you to think about different ways to explain those fundamentals, and really re-engages you back at the very core, simple things that you need to do. And in doing so, you change and learn along the way. And that's, I think, most martial artists, most people of that sort of discipline, you know, to be able to progress to the highest levels, you need to teach.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. 100%. And that's why I think you probably picked up the stream to start off with, right? Is to probably put out there a bit of...
That is exactly why I picked up the stream, yes. Exactly my motivation was I was wanting to try and teach more, explain more about why I did things, and yes, I did so.
So yeah, that's been great. I think genuine. Now, I'm going to use this word, but I'm going to use this word loosely. A lot of people use this word, and it carries all kinds of different meanings. Burnout is such an interesting word, right? How we use burnout. The burnout that I experienced was not a burnout from painting, or a love of painting, or a lack of painting.
Thank you for the subscription, Menoth Chris. Thank you, buddy.
Great name.
Great game.
Great colour. What a colour, by the way.
Menoth White.
Outstanding colour. Menoth White has been a...
It's been a staple for a long time.
So, yeah, where was I there? I'm not stopped thinking about... Is that what I was talking about? Not thinking, like not stopping thinking about display painting.
Yeah, you were teaching.
Yeah, we've done some consulting, some teaching. Maybe not some teaching. We did some teaching at Crimson. Sorry, at the Guild, which wasn't very much I reflect on the Guild thing that I genuinely can't play.
We're starting to get quite a full calendar of wonderful events to look forward to each year now. I mean, we've got Crimson at the start of the year. We then lead into Arc.
We do.
Uh,
Arc, a little plug for Arc. Arc's moving from Arc Canacon to Arc Fest this year.
Coal Black is an all-timer as well. What's that red? What's that red as well? Is it Menoth? Well, no, Crimson? There's a Crimson.
No. There's Scarlet Red and there's Scorn Red, right?
No, there's a really dark Crimson as well.
Sanguine
Base. Mwah, magnificent. Yeah, Sanguine Base. Outstanding colour. Stunning.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts a little bit too at the moment for painting. I think right now I expect myself to do something pretty good, pretty great. And there's an added pressure that comes from that. If you want to know the honest truth, I've been pretty disappointed with everything I've painted this year, and it's not because of the results of them or anything. And when I say this is not from a place of arrogance or anything. It's not because some of those pieces that I painted have done quite well. It's just when I look at them, I don't see me in the piece. I just see a lot of
inspirations.
Yeah, I just walked in here and just started popping her backside at me and twerking.
We're live on stream, Yana. Come on now.
Do I have your attention, Trent?
I'm interested. Has she got brisket hanging out the mouth?
Has she got brisket hanging out her mouth? Yes, she does.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not. It's not like I see other artists' work in mine as such anymore or anything like that. It's just, it's maybe not the...
Let me speak for you, Bucks.
Yeah, please do.
You are looking at your work and you're not going, and you're not seeing the thing that makes you you and the thing that makes you proud of the work that you do.
Yes.
There's absolutely no doubt that objectively you're doing good work. No one would dispute that. But for some reason, you have not yet found the voice that tells people this is Andrew Buckley.
Yes.
Without them needing to look at who the artist was for this piece.
Yeah.
Some people go a long time and never figure that out. So, but I think you are one person who will find that and will comfortably be able to.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident in that. I also identified within myself that I was trying to run a sprint in a race that has no end.
Yeah, you were setting yourself up. I need to be who I am tomorrow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's very results in driven. That's very driven and results focused, right? Is that sort of mentality, and that's fine. I think you have to be. I should preface all of these conversations with you have to be this person before you realise you don't want to or you want to grow from it, right? Like you have to. There's levels. They're saying there's levels to this shit. There is levels to this shit, right?
Big Nicky Jaguar, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you.
Nicky Jags.
we've talked many times, mate, about the journey and being able to just focus on the experience and not the results. At work, I've stopped talking about results to team members. I don't say, hey, you haven't sold enough X or whatever. What I start talking about is what are the behaviors that you are doing during this opportunity? What are the behaviors that you're doing on a day-to-day? Because it's behaviors that drive results. In many ways, we don't control the results. We only control the behaviors. So, focusing your effort and your time and your mindset on what behaviors am I driving within myself is far more productive.
There's only one man, Trent, that ever got close to batting 100.
That's true.
Right?
And that man
no
was...
one person can give 100% of themselves, 100% of the time, to 100% of all things.
Mm-hmm.
So, the moment I think you start to realise that, and like shamelessly, I have been someone who has been pretty grindstone on the pursuit of mastery and becoming very good at something. And I guess from where I stand right now on that journey up the mountain, I would say that to those people that also feel like they're in the same place, wow, what an interesting way forward it's going to be.
So, I do think that there has to be a period of that. Hello there, Gregory. I feel like there has to be a period of where you are hungry and chasing that, because I think inherently in anyone who's pursuing mastery or success in a specific field, you have to want it more than other people, or you have to be willing to acknowledge that part of yourself, which is like, I want to be the best and I want to push harder than other people, because I think that is what will
competition.
Yeah, that is what will elevate you to a point where you can then step back and go, wow, actually the competition doesn't matter. But I think you need to succeed before you can have that realization. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I
think the reason why you have to succeed to have that realization is that you realize that what you might be searching for is not on the final result of the said competition, right? It's not really about winning or losing. And the sad part of that is that you kind of have to win
to be able to understand that.
To be able to understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. Like, so I talk a lot about the toy soldier times when I was painting, when I was playing, War Machine or whatever, and had a lot of success doing that. And what I found was that when I stopped caring is not the right way to describe it, right? But when the result became irrelevant to me, I was almost untouchable. Like, because I wasn't thinking about, I really want to win this game. I was thinking about, how can I be better than last time? What do I need to do to be the best version of myself? Shit like that. I probably wasn't articulating it as well in my own head because I was young and stupid, but...
Well, I mean, how many of us really are that reflective in nature? There's probably a few that
certainly not in that period of my life, but I am now. But yeah, that... And because I was just sitting there going, yeah, it doesn't really matter if I win. I've won plenty. I don't really care. I would just not make mistakes, and it was people did not like playing me very much. Not because I was a mean guy. So just...
Here's an interesting thought, right? Because it's not just about yourself winning, but it's about others winning as well, right? When you care about something as much as this, which is, what we care about, one of the things we care about, I become less interested in my own results winning, become more interested in the results of those around me winning. Because the importance of them winning increases the overall well-being of our community. What do you think about that?
No, I don't think that's why you focus on that. I mean, I think the overall well-being of our community is a factor, but I think um, you are deriving success and that feeling of accomplishment in sharing your knowledge.
Yeah,
You are feeling accomplished in a different way because you've been able to pass on the
yeah,
lessons that you've learned.
but okay, but people people need to see success often in order to grow, right?
I think people need to see success and failure in equal measure to be able to grow personally,
Well,
but
that's fair. But if you only see failure, you won't grow, and if you only see success, you won't
that is
grow,
fair.
right?
Yes, that's why I said you need them in equal measure,
Yeah,
Andrew.
you need them in equal measure. Correct. But our scene is very interesting if we're talking about the Australian scene, is that we're at a place where we have seen the same artists do well consistently now for a little while. Now, that has to be that benchmark that that up and coming artists measure themselves against in regards to competitive painting. But at the same time, you know, this is where I guess the desire, if we loop all the way back around, this is
Standard.
where the desire to help others comes from and see their success, right? Because, and in turn, will find motivation for those who are in the position to help teach or develop as well, right?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
the success of our scene is, to me, it's a slightly different um, conversation because we are such a young miniature painting scene comparatively, and we're
mm-hmm.
such a small base of people comparatively,
Mm-hmm.
to what we see in Europe. Monty Jared's just experienced SMC. He's about to experience Monty. Four,
Yeah,
five.
like quick congratulations to our beloved JC Paints from the stream, from the Stonebeard family, and a good friend to you and I. He did really well
Good
at
friend to you,
standard level.
acquaintance to me.
Well, everyone's an acquaintance to you. But yeah, he did awesome. So big shout out to Jared. He won a gold. I believe he won a gold in ambience and a gold for his. Was it a gold for his overall presentation as well? I think.
I think so. Or was it
Yeah.
gold? Or was it? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think he got a gold for his overall. I think he got a gold in ambience, and I think he might have got a silver for one of his busts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Um, whatever his result was, I was gonna sledge him because I think he should have been in Masters, and I told him that. So I'm not just saying that to him and smashing him over here. Um, but he
Do you think he should have been in Masters for his skill level, or do you think he should have been in Masters for a growth opportunity,
the
or
second.
both? The second. Okay.
I also think like I'm probably not the best of judges for um,
Yeah.
that the question about skill level. I mean, I think he's doing great stuff. I think he's there or thereabouts. But is he going to win a medal at Masters? I don't know. I mean,
Well, we'll know next weekend
we
because that's what he
this
finished
weekend,
with
yeah. Um,
Monty. Yeah.
but what I do know is that he is better than standard, and he should have pushed himself. He should have pushed himself to be. Um,
He did push himself in
he
the
did.
work.
That's what I mean. He did all of the right things, and then he got caught up in the results. He's like, I really want to win a medal. No, mate.
What's who drinking,
The the
Nikki?
the, the medal that he gets in standard is not the reward. You know, the
No.
medal is not the reward. The
But you know
satisfaction of
what? You
feeling
know
like I
what?
did my best.
Australians, nah. Australians get a pass, mate. Australians get a pass because Australians are going to travel further than anyone else in the world to go to these events. Right?
Agreed.
To
Agreed.
travel that far and spend that much money on the journey, right? To potentially be lost in an absolute myriad of works. You've really got to work out what is valuable to you. And Jared worked out what is valuable to him, and I'm proud of him for working out what's valuable to him. And I know that Jared is not going to be deterred on his journey just because he won in Standard and not in Masters. Um, he loves this. He's proved he's loved this to the most important person, which is himself.
Well said. Well said.
So, yeah, it's a long way to go and a lot of money, you know. So
Not
I
everyone.
will
Not
not begrudge a
everyone.
man for wanting to see some success in the endeavor.
Not
Nor will I begrudge, because I'm like you, Trent, exactly the same as you. Like, if I go, I'll be entering Masters, and if I get towed up, I'll get towed up. And that's probably, in all honesty, the best thing for me.
Yep. Not everyone is able to front up to a place they've never been and go, you know what? I'm just going to fucking throw myself at the very top end of this echelon. That's
Not
a hard
everyone
thing to do.
wants to either.
That's true.
That's the other thing. It's not about whether they can or can't. Some people just don't want to.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But, I'm very proud because I believe Jared is now entering at Masters at Monty. Whether he will be successful or not, I think he will feel like he has been successful because of his willingness to throw himself out there. And
he also milestoned his way to that. So if you're in the stream today and you're thinking about, hey, you know what? I'm going to go Crimson Brush and I'm not sure where I stand. Maybe I feel like I am above a standard painter, below a Masters painter. This is the conversation for you, right? This is the topic of conversation that should be the most important thing that you are thinking about right now. Good. You should feel attacked, Timbo. There's a few that I think fit into this space, you really need to sum up what it is that you're doing this for, what you're wanting to get out of this, how important winning is, and where you believe you're at in your journey.
Let's even take it back.
You know what? The two people that I might have responded might be exactly the two people I'm talking to. There might be a few more.
I wrote a wonderful article, Bucks, a few years ago called "The Psychology of Miniature Painting." And what a cracker!
Have you heard of it?
It's great article.
Renowned article.
Genius. One of the questions was, or one of the concepts was, understand your goals. Understand what your goals are, right? If you don't understand your goals, then you can't measure your success, right? So, if you are a person who's like, I don't know whether to go into Masters or to Standard, what is your goal? Like, is your goal to become better as a painter? Is your goal to win a medal? Those two things have different answers to the question. So, and there's no judge or person.
Can we like pin this move adjacent for 2 seconds?
Sure.
Because in our culture, in Australian culture, there's this whole like Aussie battler mentality that's like, hey, go into Masters and just get ripped to shreds because that's where that way honour lies, right? That's bullshit, in my opinion. I hate that shit, personally. I'm going to speak straight up, like, uncandid. I hate that shit.
Whew.
Putting yourself out there just to be shredded for the sake of being shredded, there's nothing there. That's not it. That's not, like, asking... We talked about this for 12 months of streaming, right? Don't ask for 10s, because 10s just... What's to become of it? Shred me daddy, right? Like, nothing comes from it. Right? Like, hearing that you could be better in every aspect of what you do, well, congratulations. Everyone can be better in every aspect of what they do. The best painter in the world can be better in every aspect to what they
Kirill, don't be ridiculous.
Well, we can, It's just... So we just haven't found those gears yet,
All right, let me go backwards a little bit. We did a judging stream, right? For the Kingdom Death. And there was some people.
Great time, hey! Hey, we had some great friends on that stream.
Yeah, it's good. We had some great models in there, and in each category, I would say there was one or two pieces where the person had either wildly overestimated or wildly underestimated their skill set, and found themselves in a category that they definitely did not belong in. Now, the reason I am talking about this is those people, the people that got wildly overestimated their escape capabilities and found themselves in Masters and probably should have been in beginner. What Bucks is saying is that those people get no value out of that experience. Like, what feedback do you get from a person who is a beginner painter entering into Masters? And if I could just refer back to a wonderful article written by, oh, that's right, myself, which is called The Panic Zone and the Zone of Learning, and then the Comfort Zone. The goal in any endeavour, in my opinion, should be to push yourself out of your comfort zone, not so far that you reach the zone of panic, which is where you don't learn anything, but just far enough outside your comfort zone that you can learn in the zone of learning. And so I think it should be a slightly aspirational goal where you are entering yourself into Masters. You should feel like, I'm maybe not quite ready for this, but I'm going to throw my hat in the ring anyway, because you're stepping out of your comfort zone.
That's a great David Bowie said, and we've referenced this back to back many a time on the screen. Wade yourself out into the water to a place where your toes just don't bite.
Oh.
Don't touch the bottom. That is where the magic lies.
Oh. So if you are one of those people that Andrew was referring to, you won't get any judgment, any negative judgment from us for choosing to throw yourself into standard. There'll be absolutely no...
And if you do well in standard, you'll receive positive praise and feedback for your work. And if you don't do well in standard, you will still receive, if warranted, positive feedback and praise for your work. You'll also receive criticisms and things you could do better and advice and so on and so forth. But where you determine you are at in your journey is absolutely a-okay.
Yeah.
And we will respect that and contribute to your journey in the best way we can.
But as we sit
unless you're a prick who's a Masters painter and you try to enter yourself into the standard, in which then we will absolutely give you a hiding.
Yeah, you're splashing around in the kiddie pool and Big Deno is going to come down you like a ton of bricks. Don't worry about that. Yes. No, it's... I'm really interested to see how this standard category shakes down this year, I think, because...
I'm so pumped for it. Because there's a lot of people in that space who need to be recognised for their work at that level.
Yeah. We've needed it for a while. We've never been able to get it.
The only reason we didn't have it is because we weren't building it. You know, we weren't actively focused on it. And now
let me speak truthful here. I haven't accepted it because I didn't believe that there was any value in separating people. You know, the last thing we need as a burgeoning community of painters is to be separated and divided and, you know, segregated. We don't need that. What we need is to be brought together and have unity. And so that was my guiding principle for the very many years that we did no standard. But the feedback that we got at the last event was really helpful. You know, it highlighted that.
We'll just pause for 1 second.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. I just want to give you a little bit of praise, my friend. You are hitting this shine on this shield very well.
Thanks,
Look at
mate.
that.
Yeah.
Looking good, mate. Look at you. Look at us.
Yeah. Look at us. Just
Look at us.
two blokes.
Look at us. Just two mates. Mates, mate. We're beyond blokes. We've streamed for 18 months. We were friends before that. So come on now. It's been rocky. It's been like a relationship, my friends, you know. There are off days, there are good days, there are bad days, but we're here at the end of the day.
I'm here for you.
And you're just putting a shine on this shield, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, look at him go.
Big Deno. He hasn't lost it. He hasn't lost a trick.
He's still here. He's still here, you know.
Maybe
That's what the greats do, right? You might not hear from them for a little while. They might be about their life, about their business, and they just stroll back in and they say, hey, look at me.
And they you know what they say?
Look at us.
They say, "What about me?" That's a cool idea. That's a cool conversation, Mini Mancer. I'd be interested to go and listen to that. Tui's always good for controversial observation.
Two people there whose opinions.
Not
two people
shy.
there. Two of our friends there. Both have appeared on the stream. Both lovely. If Tui ever comes out to Australia, he'll have a place to stay with us. As Natalia did as well. Yeah, two people there that are absolutely not going to back down from their personal opinions on the matter. So you probably got some real quality out of that conversation.
We're very fortunate with the amount of people that we have that have strong opinions, that are willing to share those opinions. It's a good community. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's good for the hobby, right? It's good for the art. It's good. More of it needs to happen. Unfortunately, the dangerous nature of it is that this is something that's very personal to people, and we find it very hard at times to subtract our work from our persona, who we are, our person. And as such, when we hear those hard truths about our work that maybe we weren't ready to hear, it really hurts us, and sometimes it can completely derail us from the journey. So
well, socially speaking, most of the people in this hobby aren't the most capable. So.
Most capable. Maybe we'll say have enough challenges going.
Yeah, those shit house humans. No, they're all right. They're fine. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about Crimson. We'll give it a crack. We'll give it our best, and we'll bring as much of that experience as we can to people all around the globe. I would say maybe this is reaching a little bit far, but I would say that Crimson has set itself up as the premier experience for people that are unable to attend, thanks to our streaming, thanks to our interviews. The only thing that comes close is Monty a few years ago, which was only done because of COVID.
Yeah. And like I said, we're like with the online presence that we have with Crimson, we're always looking to get better. So, if you've got some cool little ideas that it pops up and you want to pass it on to Trent or myself, or that you think could be good, give us a shout. I can't guarantee we're going to use any of them, but if there's something that's worth using there, we'd definitely like to hear it. We're well aware that I think the majority of our traffic for the Crimson Brush is either local or American, with a bit of European sprinkled in there too.
Just has to do with the timing, mate. Unfortunately, the Europeans is the middle of their day.
Again, the challenge of being so far away from the rest of the world. Some exciting news at MPO. That's pretty cool, right? The Miniature Painting Open is going to happen once again, with the lovely and so great Dave Colwell as a judge, Slick Willie judging, and Andy Wardle judging. That's a pretty nice panel of judges they've got there. What do you think about that?
I love all of those painters. Andy Wardle, one of my all-time favourite painters. Dave Colwell, obviously, probably, if not the greatest Australian painter ever. Definitely very close.
Let's just spice it up a little bit. Let's just throw a little bit of shade at the MPO. It's the creative love, right? That's got to be the cleanest team.
Fair, yeah.
Right?
Where's some fuck smoothness?
And the miniature painting front.
Where's some fuck smoothness, my guys? Like, seriously.
Yeah, honestly, guys. Believe me.
Good shade throwing.
No.
Good shade throwing. I appreciate
lovely,
that.
Lovely.
Oh,
lovely.
you fucked it, mate. You fucked it.
And you can guarantee they're going to judge you very fairly and very well. But they are. If you are putting up the clean team, that's three of the finest. Right?
No, you're missing Albert, but that's it.
Well, Albert is probably deep in the sauce preparing for GD, right? That is a beast that does not slumber at this time of year.
Okay.
He's got to be thinking back-to-back Slayer swords, right?
For sure. I hope he gets it too. I hope he just annihilates it. Yeah, I love Albert. He's got
a little while, right? Because we've got to go through the Americas first. We've got to have the Adepticon one first. Jeez, I'm doing all right to be even comprehensible right now after drinking a bottle of Jellicoe.
I wouldn't say you're that comprehensible, mate, but you're doing your best.
Look, I'm doing well. All right.
Well, look, I won't keep you for too much longer because I know it's past 9 o'clock there. So we'll give it another 10 or so minutes, mate. Hit us 2 hours, and we'll call it a night.
We've squeezed many words into this 2 hour bracket. There is little oxygen when you're
Post it, Yabby. Post it, champion. We'll absolutely have a chat if you like.
Oh. You need to say, well, look, I've done well. Look, like I said, Storm, she laid out a rule. You put your full puss in, and that's something that I can get behind.
Yeah. Or if you'd prefer to put it in Deno terms, it's we're not here to fuck spiders.
Yeah. It's a lot of... I can't say what swear words used. I'm assuming shit. A lot of semen. Yeah, a lot of salties, mate. Like, yeah, we're pushing them away. I once was a very seasoned drinker, seasoned party, seasoned reveler. I was.
Seasoned reveler, you were. I'm not a fan of that.
Reveler for a long time in my life. I enjoyed bringing the ruckus and having a good time.
You were a loose cannon.
Every now and again, I let the cat out of the bag.
There's very few people that would recognise Deno in his younger days of loose cannon behaviour. Yeah. These days, I'm much more of an old stager.
You are. You like to see the youngins sort of rush in for a good time, and once you see them all underway, you say you're a bit of a tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat.
Muchachos.
Muchachos. Big Deno out. Hello, Sleepy Slang.
Out. Yeah.
Yes, but I was known in my younger days for being a little bit of a loose cannon. Put it that way.
You like to give it a nudge.
I did.
Still, you're a big gentleman too, which means you would have to consume a lot to experience the full.
I did.
Facet.
I did. Yes. I very much did not miss.
No. Shot your shot.
Yeah. Indeed, Sleepy Slang. Well, look, my time as a young man has passed, and I feel comfortable about that. I feel like I've become a far better human being than I was when I was younger. And Randall, Nickajagiel, who's on this, he can attest to that. He was around when I was...
His name Randall?
Randall, yes, the big dog.
Oh, that's great.
He can attest.
Clerks, right?
Clerks.
I mean, you must hear that every time someone says, "Oh, Randall, Clerks."
The big dog.
Heard that 1,000,000 times in his life.
Oh, it's good times.
So I set myself one small goal for this week off.
Yes?
That is to start something. I've got 4 ideas in the works.
What is it? Yep.
A Warhammer piece. 75 millimeter.
Ooh.
Double 75 millimeter.
Ooh. You know which I'm leaning towards. Double 75.
You're leaning toward the double.
Dub 70.
You are a tag team kind of man. I mean, honestly, we should get a sculpt done. You and I, hands together, creating the Eiffel Tower. What do you think?
I'm there. I'm there for it. Oh, we've lost the wolf.
Camera, I see you looking right down the camera there. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Eiffel Tower, baby. Oh, yeah.
Just 2 brothers.
It's not gay when it's in a 3-way. With a honey in the middle and some leeway.
Can you get a bit of feedback on your CD piece? Of course you can. Of course you can. We will always stick around just long enough to give you feedback.
And Sleepy Slang, I am enjoying Loki Season 2. I think I won't go so far as to say Marvel's back. I'm not going to make that comment.
That's bold.
But it's good. It's good. But I do think that it's good because it's got Owen Wilson, Tom Hiddleston, and fucking short
Hey,
round, whatever his actual name is, I can never remember. K Kwan, I think. Just doing their thing and having a great
hey,
time.
I got a little bit of feedback for Marvel. Do they want it? I got a little bit of feedback. Let him cook.
Yeah.
Hey, Marvel, you've got to go to come back.
All right. Yep. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay.
One of my friends, right? His dad taught him one of the best lessons in life you'll ever learn, right? My friend, he loved going to the beach.
Yep.
Loved it. Was the best. He would go to the beach as much as he possibly could.
Yep.
He'd ask his dad every day, hey man, can we go to the beach? And his dad
Yep.
would say, yeah, we can go to the beach. Then his dad realised that his son was asking to go to the beach in almost every circumstance, any chance he got.
Yep.
So his dad realised that if they were to keep going to the beach at this level, then maybe his son's love for the beach would fade, because if you're always at the beach, then the beach becomes you're always.
Yes.
And if
Yep.
you're always is the beach, then there's no real beach there, right?
Yeah. May all your dreams but one come true. Right? Chinese proverb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great one. So Marvel, right, needs to listen to that a little bit. They need to go away for a bit. 12 months, 18 months, cool it. And I think they've realised this, right? They've realised they just need to get out of the scope. Get out. Just cool it off. Let people want it before you let people want it before you bring it. Am I painting, sir? I was doing a little bit of painting, of the soul. I'm on a week off right now, so I'm enjoying myself. 30-degree weather down here in Victoria, so I'm enjoying a few beverages and getting ready to have a good evening with my wife. I've been painting. If you want to know what else I've been painting, I've been painting a little bit of remnants. Remnants is the correct terminology there for Star Wars Legion. I have got quite a penchant right now for this idea of the what could have been Empire lovers and their dishevelled selves. So I've enjoyed painting a little bit of that. I've been painting a little bit of Shatterpoint, but nothing too serious. All just casual paint for Andy type painting. Nothing.
Marvel absolutely does need to fucking relax. That's a well observed comment.
Look, I love Star Wars Sleepy. I love it very much. It's been present in my life since I was a wee boy. I'm a big collector of Star Wars collectibles, and I enjoy the joy that it brings to me. Star Wars has got a lot of politics around it. It's got a lot of opinions, but when I see a Star Wars movie, most of the time I get reverted back to just being a little dude who's watching laser swords and space wizards fight against droids and clones and troopers and all the rest. It just does it for me.
Someone's got a model they want us to review.
Yeah, I believe it's Miggers, mate.
Miggers.
Yeah, Miggers.
Miggers always got time for that guy.
Opinion on Star Wars Lego? Love it. I mean, I have a nice little collection of Star Wars Lego minifigs.
Why don't I get into Lego more?
Giving me more space to talk shit.
Why don't I get into Lego more? Seriously, I would like Lego, I reckon.
Hey, did you see? Wait. For all of our international friends and probably some locals, a huge drug seize happened in New South Wales for a meth lab cooker. Dude had 200 grand worth of Lego kits. He was laundering through Lego.
All right.
That is a nerd who figured out the game if ever I did see one. That's like 4 kids. That's nice, Vinny. I respect that. But you can get a lot of clones for 200 grand. And I don't know if I've expressed how much I love clones on the stream before, but I'm like a clone guy.
Are you a clone boffin?
I'm an absolute clone guy. Like peak clone.
I wasn't aware of that about you.
Oh
shit, Dano.
It's a big aspect of my life, man. The clones, and look, the clones had their glory days, and I love the time when the clones were really on the top, just driving the white boot into the into the galaxy, stepping on all those droids, crushing them. But you know, the clones they didn't get it right, you know, and as such they have a very sad story, very sad tale about what happens to them in the end. So yeah, big fan of the clones. And Tamura Morrison's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, he's good.
He's just from across the pond.
What's his name? Django. Django.
Yeah, well, he's Django. Well, I mean, he was every clone, right? I mean, what's everyone's favourite clone? If you're a Star Wars person, you're a clone person. Everyone loves clones. Everyone Rex fans?
No.
No, you don't like Captain Rex?
No, this conversation's done. It's a dumb conversation.
What's wrong? What is wrong with you? Do you like Commander Cody?
Who is Commander Cody? Look, who even knows
who
that is?
Are you just a Jedi guy? Are you actually a Jedi guy? Are you like Ben, who's just like omnigogs for Jedi?
If you are not a Jedi guy, you are wrong. It's as simple as that, mate. Star Wars is Jedi. That's it. Game over.
Star Wars. My heart.
What is Star Wars if not for Jedi, mate? Seriously, what is it? What is it?
Let's not do this. I don't want to do this.
All right, we won't do this.
The clones. Yeah, we love the clones. Donnie Jet, yeah, Chirrut. He's really cool.
Chirrut!
And Baze. Chirrut and Baze.
I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me.
Film. You know, for a whole month, I sent a clone image to Ben every day.
It would be nice to have friends.
You do have friends. I send you fun reels about what it's like when we're all going to see each other again, and then you call me a dog.
That was good.
And that's how I know I hurt your feelings, but in a good way, like in a responsible way, where you're like, you know what, I think I need to engage with my friends a little more.
No, that's not what I thought. I thought, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm just going to go and keep doing things that I like.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I appreciate everything that you people bring to my life, even if I'm not very good at exhibiting those qualities back.
You don't have to be.
No, I do.
That's what friendship looks like. Friendship is we just accept you for who you are. If you're the type of mate that just wants to, you know, like I think you're the kind of cowboy that rides into town every 3 years, and you're like, wind just blew me this way.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
well, I have a very good friend who lives in Tasmania. Hello there, Masso3079.
You're spending a fair bit of time with whales.
Got to see the big whale. And you know, one of the things he said to me, which actually made me feel quite good about, you know, who I am, is, mate, it doesn't matter how long it's been or how infrequently we've spoken.
Mm-hmm.
When I see you, it's just like old times.
Well, that's the measure of true friendship, isn't it?
It is. And I said, Whaley, I'm really glad I needed to hear that today. Thank you. Because I'd just been told by my acquaintances that I wasn't a very good friend. So,
who told you that?
You did. No, I'm just kidding. You're not. This is the paste. This is the first paste. It's called AK Terrain's Snow.
Everyone, I'm going to call out Deno here. He's playing it safe. I'm going to call you playing it safe, Deno, for this base. All right. Name 2 more iconic Deno colours than turquoise and blue.
Mate, I'm getting back on the horse. Cut a guy some slack, will you?
Oh, Gregory. Hey, Greg. Oh, hey, mate, by the way. Do y'all think competitions in miniature helps or hurts it becoming an accepted art form in the wider society, and does that matter? Well, I think it doesn't matter at all, because I think the only thing that's going to make this accepted by the wider variety is the same thing that's made any art form successful, in my opinion, by the wider variety, which is the right people telling you that it's art. And who the right people are will always be determined by those who have power and influence.
This is a heavy topic for today.
That's what I think. We can pick this up at another time, but I think that's how movements are started, right? That's all it takes. It's the right person to go, hey, this is cool, and the rest of the world goes, you know what? Yeah, it is. So, I don't know that competition has any kind of impact on it, or for the pro or the con. Alright, who are we looking at?
I'm getting there, stand by. I'm just gonna...
Oh, over. Someone out here painting historicals. Bro, I'm not on the judging panel.
I might be.
Get around it.
Get around him. All right, hang on, stand by. I'm nearly there. Dirty paint.
While he waits on that, hey, Migback, I just want to give you a tidy little shout out. Yeah, one of the pieces that I really enjoyed from Guilds In, which was the little vignette picture frame piece.
It's so small.
Wrapped in atmosphere.
Why is it so small?
Do you remember that one, Trent? The little Red Riding Hood type character walking through the forest.
I do.
Beautiful. Love that shit.
All right, this is a bad. This is a bad picture. Migback, this is the best I can do.
It'll.
I did that, mate. It comes out. I did that, and it comes out small. Hang on, you guys. You guys think I'm an absolute spud.
Mine's not tiny. Mine's huge.
All right, I fixed it.
In more ways than one.
I feel. No, I'm not having that.
You're not having that tripe?
No, I'm not having that. That's rubbish.
Yeah.
That's absolute rubbish.
You loved it. You're just thinking, why didn't I think of that? That's the measure of a Deno joke if ever I saw one.
How dare you. Masso, you're absolutely welcome to join the Discord.
I believe invites are open to the Discord right now, Masso. Can someone sort Masso a link to the Dirty Paint Order in, please?
All right.
Awesome. It's not actually our Discord.
It is my Discord. Don't you lie. It's my Discord.
Honey Bunny Paints and Ben X Layton's Discord.
It's only popular because of me. It's only popular because of me. They wouldn't exist without me. I hope they heard that.
All right. So this is a really interesting bust, right? Because objectively, it's just like it's a great bust, but it has some weird elements that are really challenging. It's a bit spaghetti hair, and it's like all Vincenzo. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Mini Dan, how are you, buddy? I'm loving the stuff Mini Dan's doing recently, by the way. It's absolutely awesome, man.
Yeah, credit to him. He painted an absolutely lovely, the dancing figure was super cool, right? The one with her, contortionist, I want to say is probably the appropriate term.
I'm gonna throw Migback absolutely under the bus here.
Yeah, you don't like it?
I don't like it, and it's I don't know that it's you, Migback, that's the problem here. I just think this is a very, very challenging bust to paint. Right? It is.
Well, it's all hair.
It's all hair, and then it's fur, and you've got nothing in between, and it's just not a good bust. I don't like the way the hair or the fur is sculpted. Is that true metallics or non-metallics? If it's non-metallics, that's a good effort.
It's not.
Yeah, that's a good effort.
Which means that he's done.
Yeah, good. Good job.
Look, what I'm going to say, I'm just going to open this up. I hope this piece is like a part of the supporting cast of what you're putting up for Crimson. Okay? I hope this is because I think as a supporting type piece, you put up 3 or 4 entries. This bad boy sitting alongside a couple of other things is going to look great, but this is going to be the centerpiece for your display. It's going to be a tricky one to pull out of it. I think what Trent's trying to say is, how much can you pull out of this? Because the bust itself doesn't really lend itself to a lot. Yeah, not your main piece? Beautiful. Is that fair, Trent?
Yeah, it's a very, very tricky piece too.
You would have gut filled it before priming it? Yeah, done the old PVA splash.
Mini Mancy, you're welcome anytime, mate. We'd have you in a heartbeat.
I said, come out to Oz. He goes, you know what you have to do. And then he gave me this. He looked at me like this.
No, we don't pay. But if you want to teach some classes out here, mate, we've got Will coming out this year. But
he was just having a good time.
We'll tee you up to the classes in each state, mate. We'll make it happen. It'd be beautiful.
I've never worked out if he knows that put 2 and 2 together and knows that I'm also bucks on like online as my Instagram.
Yab's offered to make you pasta. I'll take you around Brisbane. You'll have a wonderful time.
I have storched this bottle of Frangelico.
I'm impressed at your performance tonight, Andrew. I've got to tell you. I mean, I knew you were a weapon, but you have gone to town.
I'm an absolute fucking weapon, mate.
Yeah.
I try to, the best kept weapons are always sheathed, right? That's the. He's on fire. Put me out. Put me out. Get the hoses out, family. Get it out. Hoses down. I'm sluggering right now. I'm about to burn. Like.
Gotta let it burn. You're a trash. Look, Mick back. I'm not going to tell you, mate. I'm not going to tell you what I think about this. It's a challenging model to paint. You have not done anything wrong, and I do not like it. How would you make it better? I think orange hair is the wrong colour. Even though isn't it supposed to be Eric the Red?
It's Ivor. It's called Ivor, I'm pretty sure.
Like the red and the brown fur just are too similar. So I think you've got to change the fur or the hair. But because the skin tone is warm and the hair is warm, I'm just getting this big, messy, lost thing. I think you need to go dark hair. That makes the face stand out. That makes the fur a little bit different. I don't know. That's how I would approach it. But I think it's a lost cause from the start, personally.
So I'm the opposite of Trent. I love this bus, but Trent, not that Trent's not. He loves his historicals, but I think this bus is quite good because it's got a lot of nostalgia to Game of Thrones and all that as well. Like there's like a nice like a two-way thing going on there. But I think if you're gonna lean into the Zorn palette, then like lean all the way in, and then if you're gonna lean into warmth, like maybe you need to like focal point the warmth heavily. Everything should scream like that area of the face, the beard, and the head needs to be like thick, warm, and then pull everything off outside of that. So, for what it's worth.
Ooh.
I'm gonna punch some brisket.
Oh.
In more ways than you know.
Oh yes. Taste the brisket. Taste the goodness of the brisket. Taste that honey.
Why do we ever stop doing this, mate? Like, honestly.
I don't know, mate. Probably because
you hate me.
No, you hate me.
You hate me. Maybe they hate us, bro. Maybe they hate us because they hate us.
They hate me because they hate me. We're going to wrap up there, Buxo. We're going to wrap up. It's been good to see you again. Even if I don't speak to you often, mate, I feel the same way as I do about Whaley, mate. It doesn't matter. You know, the years may pass. The distances may always separate us, mate. But when we come together, it's like a merging of two wonderful things. We're like peanut butter and jelly, mate.
Listen, my friend. Time is but an ocean, and we ride the eddies of time.
No, you tried too hard now. You're more than 3 sheets of the wind, and you're trying to come up with magic, and it's just tripe.
Like, look, I was trying to get some threads through the hourglass action. I just needed to change the words. You know what I mean? I was just like, if I could just thesaurus my way through this. I've just got this, but unfortunately I didn't.
No.
So like the eddies of time.
Yeah, you got nothing. But I love you anyway, mate. Friends, it's been good. Party Monday is back. Bucks and I will be back pretty regularly over the next few months in the lead up to the Crimson Brush, as we prepare ourselves to try and get back into.
Timing, Vincenzo, timing is fucking trash, my friend. It sucks, alright? Australian timing is just for us and no one else, so...
It's really tough, yeah. Now, look, it's good for people that are getting to work on a Monday morning, and the Europeans, they get to see us. Unfortunately, the Americans, they cop us at Sunday morning at about 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock. It's ridiculous for Americans.
What fucking excuse have they got then? Get the fuck up. Yeah. Or stay up. Stay up.
Week.
Come and hang out with us.
Taste the honey sauce.
And we talk a lot of bullshit, and we express our feelings on things, and we occasionally paint some shit.
Mini Mance's just gone ham. He's just gone, nah, I'm just going through the whole night. He's just going
Hey,
full.
Mini Mansa, the fact that you chose Deno and I to sandwich up, you sandwiched yourself up between Deno and I for the long ride goodnight. You know, beautiful.
All
What a
right.
sandwich.
Yeah. It's good to see you all, friends. Should we try and raid someone? I haven't raided in a while. Maybe we'll go see who's on.
Hey, let's go raid. Oh, wait, let's go raid D6 Fix Dion because he's also a partaker of the salty semen. He knows everything about it. Come on, let's go get him.
Dion gets a raid from the big fella.
Yeah,
He's always nice. He's got a magnificent beard, and
he does. I spent some time with him a few weeks ago. Actually, we caught up. It was a really good time. We went to a Gundam shop. We bought Gundams. We had a good time. We drank. It was merry.
that's nice. Where's my raid button? There it is. D6 Fix Dion. Get amongst it, friends. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Crimson Brush coming up. Get amongst it. We'll be back again. Big Deno out!